Have you been doing EC for a while now with a lot of success and suddenly your baby starts resisting the potty? Or maybe things were going great with a newborn, but now that your child has started solid foods, things have gotten messy. I'm here to tell you that a potty pause right around 6 to 8 months is incredibly common, but it's also incredibly solvable. My name is Chelsea. I'm an EC expert and I own Flappy-Nappies. It's the only cloth diaper company that has a focus on EC, and all of our products help assist the method. So if you're ready to get back on track with your EC goals, let's get started now with some of my best suggestions for overcoming a potty pause. So what is a potty pause? A potty pause is very similar to a sleep regression or a nursing strike, where things were going very well for a while and then suddenly they're not. But like sleep regressions and nursing strikes, a potty pause is not a permanent problem, and there are things you can do to help get things back on track again. So why are potty pauses so common right around 6 to 8 months? There are a couple of key reasons. Number one being that your child is starting to become more mobile. Now your child is starting to sit up more. Crawling is also a huge milestone for your child. Your baby might also be teething at this age. Teething causes pain and discomfort. Your child has less tolerance for all kinds of things like sleep, nursing, and going potty. And then, of course, there's the big one. Most babies are starting solid foods right around 6 months. Now, that one actually causes some actual physical changes in your child's digestion. Your baby's poops are going to go from being liquid to being kind of liquid mixed with solids and hopefully eventually consolidating to more solid, normal-looking poops. Right during that transition phase, your child's poop schedule might be all over the map. And that might mean you're missing those poops and dealing with a lot of poopy diapers right when they're the grossest. As your child works towards consolidating those poops, you're going to find that his poop schedule can level out somewhat. So sometimes this potty pause right around 6 to 8 months is characterized by just being out of sync because the schedule is changing so much. Other times, the potty pause is characterized by your child actively resisting the potty. Both of those types of potty pauses can be solved with the same kinds of solutions. The top 3 things that you're going to want to try if you're facing a potty pause include distractions, making a change, and trying some more diaper-free time. We're going to start with distractions. Everything is new and exciting for your child at this age, and that might mean your child is just too distracted to sit and go, or it might mean that he's actively protesting the potty because he'd rather do something else. The way that you can get through this is by offering your child distractions. When your child is sitting on the potty, you're going to want to offer him an interesting toy. You can even make a potty toy box. This is a box of special toys that your child only gets access to on the potty. This might include crinkly toys, toys that make noise, things that are very interesting. They might even be random objects like an old water bottle or a random kitchen gadget. Another popular distraction is a book. We tended to have special potty books that we would read on the potty specifically. You can also try music. Any kind of music song that your child likes to sing, try singing that with your child on the potty. If your child is especially distractible, you can set up what I like to call a potty desk. You can either use an actual low table and set the potty at it like a desk and put a whole bunch of interesting sensory toys on it, or you can take a play table, remove 2 of the legs so that it can sit at an angle beside your child on the potty, and she can go to town on that while she's on the potty. Distractions are often the perfect cure for a potty pause, but they don't always work, and something else might be causing your child discomfort on the potty. So the second thing I suggest trying is make a change. Something about what you're doing right now is not working for your child, and if you can identify what it is, you may be able to solve your potty pause. The first thing I suggest changing is your potty. Either try putting the potty in a different place, try using a completely different potty, switch from using the floor potty to a toilet seat reducer, or vice versa. If you're still holding your baby in the classic EC hold over the toilet, try switching to a floor potty or toilet seat reducer. For a very big but effective change, you can actually offer to let your child go pee outside. My boys especially loved having the option to go pee outside on a bush instead of having to pee inside in the potty. If your boy really wants to stand but you don't quite trust him to aim yet, you can let him pee in the bathtub or shower. If changing your potty isn't really helping, you can also try changing your timing. I mentioned this earlier about how starting solids can really mess with your child's poop timing. So try offering at different times. The other thing that can be affected by starting solids is how difficult it is for your child to pass the newly solid poops. Your child might need a deeper squat, especially if he's sitting on a toilet seat reducer with his legs kind of straight out. To help your child get into a deeper squat, you can either move your child to a low floor potty, or try something like the baby throne, which is one of the only toilet seat reducers that assists your child to get into a deep squat. If that's not helping, you can also stack books underneath your child's feet to help him even more. There are links in the description for my top favorite short potties and the baby throne. If your child needs help relaxing, you can also try holding your baby on the potty. This is easiest to do if you use a lap potty, or if your child is too big to use one of these or needs a splash guard, you can take the insert out of your floor potty and set that in your lap instead. On the flip side, some kids actually need more privacy and want to be left alone when they're on the potty. Now, depending on how old your child is, it may not be safe to leave your child on the little potty, and it will almost certainly not be safe to leave your child on the big toilet until your child is old enough to climb on and off of the toilet safely. However, there are ways of giving your child privacy without leaving your child's side. For example, if your child is on the toilet seat reducer, you can kind of turn away and busy yourself with something over here so you're not really paying attention, but you really are paying attention, and your child gets the feeling of that he's more alone and can relax. You can hide yourself kind of behind the shower curtain. It's much safer to give your child privacy on the little potty. You can try the turn your back method. You can actually put the little potty into a play tent. Of course, you're going to stay right outside that tent to supervise, but that can give your child the kind of sheltering feeling that he needs to relax and let go. So we've got distractions, we've got changing things up. The last thing that I do recommend trying anytime you hit any kind of wall with EC is to try some more diaper-free time. When we circle back to diaper-free time, it's kind of like a reset. It's a chance for you to relearn cues because they can change as your child gets older. It's also your chance to relearn your child's timing, and it's a chance for you to reinforce the connection for your child between going pee and poop and the potty. Just remember, if you're going to be doing diaper-free time, it will serve you best if it is constructive. You want to do diaper-free time when you are able to give your full focus to your child so that every time he starts to go pee or poop, you are doing two things. You are making notes on your child's cues, either in your mind or on paper. There is a link in the description for a potty log if you want to actually write this out and take physical notes. And you're also taking your child to the potty immediately as soon as he starts to go pee and poop. That is the best way to reinforce the concept that when we go pee and poop, it needs to go in the potty. And the quicker your child learns that connection, the more he's going to start intentionally signaling that he needs to go potty. Diaper-free time is one of the best tools to dig yourself out of a potty pause. Dealing with a potty pause can be incredibly frustrating, especially if things were going really well and now suddenly they're not. But you need to keep in mind that EC is not necessarily a linear process. There are going to be days where you're catching a lot, and there's going to be phases when you're not catching very much at all. And this is completely normal. Even though there will be ups and downs, the overall trend is going to be towards a fully potty trained child. So my best advice is to just take a step back if you're getting very frustrated. Remember that your goal is not perfection, it's practice and communication. Celebrate every catch that you can. Do not count the misses, and just know that even if the potty pause lasts a long time, it will not last forever. So that wraps up the best ways to tackle a potty pause right around 6 to 8 months when your child is learning to crawl, eat solid foods, and might be teething. But there's another age where parents commonly encounter potty pauses, and that is right around when your child is learning to walk. Some of the strategies I discussed here will work at that age too, but there's one key suggestion I have for that specific age group that tends to work like magic to help get over what I like to call the walking potty pause. So if your child is approaching the age or is already at the age where she's just starting to walk and you're experiencing some more potty challenges, hit subscribe and keep watching because this next video is a literal gold mine. for navigating potty pauses at 12 months.